I want to share with you now my experience I had like 26 years ago, 1994. So I'm going to go to high school, sorry, sixth form. So like brothers, they will sit on the bleachers in the back there. So I will sit on the bleachers in the middle, like the brother in the middle. The brother stayed up. So I remember thing happened so fast. I still did the sit and the incident done and the incident finished. So a gunman come in, right? A man from Boston. And he come in at the gate. Everybody know brother stayed on there, right? No, it's about the bleachers there. So you know you could come through the gate on the side. So the man come in and he said the man where he one shot, presumably one kill. A young man there before kick down fence. But a young man there, he had 9 lives. He's fortunate to still be alive. He fled the scene. And I still the sit up, the man fire shot. God was with me. You had shots 1 year. I still didn't know how I was able to come out of that alive. So that to say that like what the brothers in experience not to go through and something when it just happened like years now. I remember as my youth growing up, I grew up on George Street, West Street area. Now, just as it is today, right? Like if you live in a particular area, like you kind of put on a straight path where you couldn't travel. So like I used to go to school, the SGC. So I find myself like I had to take the tour out to the ride up Euphrates, then time Euphrates, right now Euphrates are one way. You come from off of Sylvetre Road, but then Euphrates will be 2 way. So you couldn't go any way. The situation though I have to accept and I tell anybody, like, I don't know if I could have survived this time because it becomes even more serious. It becomes even more terrible. And so, for those of you who are here and who, by your presence here in the show, that you have made a conscious decision that you know what, that you want to make something of your life, that you either have children, you have relatives, you have family, that you want to be able to provide for them through lawful means. I know the Bible right now, not many people remember, and not many people actually try to abide by what the Bible says. But the Bible is a document where we give provides some very, very powerful inspiration and powerful saying. And in the Bible, they have a saying when they say, with work, there is dignity, right? And in a life where everybody, from my experience, I thought the Bible, I'm very fortunate, like I said, to be able to live this long, because throughout my lifetime, I've seen a lot of my peers and people who grew up with right side, down the street, down the lane. Many of those people have died. They died through gun violence. Going back a little bit to some of my experience. So when I grew up in the late 80s, everybody know on Euphrates Avenue, the police station. Yes? They used to have a basketball court there. And some of you those of you who are younger, they find it kind of hard to believe. Every single block, just about every single block, used to go and play that basketball court. Whether they're from Crawl Road, whether they're from Rocky Road, whether they're from George Street. And everybody used to play in a piece. Of course, you know that not happen now, but everybody, if you have a friend, but there was some respect and understanding that, listen, there are certain basic things that we cannot go and we cannot do, right? Brother Nuri, I have to congratulate Brother Nuri. Brother Nuri has been in this struggle and in this work for many years, trying to ensure that youths, black youth, like yourself, like myself, that we have an opportunity to just be able to have and make life better. Now, not all the way, Most of us never have the opportunity to continue in a school. Not because we never bright and we never smart, but we grew up in our home, maybe we never did it. Might have a stepfather, he not look out. So man the work, or maybe a man at the work, they catch and kill. So by the time you turn 14, 15, you have to make a decision. You have to go to look for fend for yourself. And if you're lucky, you're able to come and you bring something home. And that's how many homes when it's outside run. You know, just start to run like that for years, but I knew it would probably explain to even when he was younger, that's how he run. But something went wrong along the way, and what it did, it kind of caused the problems that we have today. But when you have breath and when you have life, you have the opportunity to still make something good happen to you. And that's why I want to congratulate Brother Nuri and the brothers there where they give the opportunity for you guys to be able to make my living. I know how much they are paying on that, but I know like about $500 a week. I joke, I don't think so, but the point is this, is that you have something, and that might be able to carry you through. Because right now, Zara, it's very rough, it's difficult, it's rough. But you guys, who really are called pioneers, who know that first set. You understand? And so that's why Brother Nuri and the organizers, they put a lot of emphasis in ensuring that they're not just thrown out on the job site, that they try to allow you to be able to understand, okay, that what many of the issues they were faced with might still meet it on the job site. Could tell you even like me, as one lawyer in my profession, face some of the issues then. Bad-mindedness is one of the things where they keep out the soul of belief. And it happen even at high level in my profession. So at times you might have liars and bad mouth you. They go do things where really cause you for lose one client, for lose one job, they just try for just keep it on. Now you are faced with that. That must be something on our face with. Up on the job site, or when you left the job site, you are faced with anything there. And I think it's very important that you know how to deal with the issues there. There are other sessions I think will come which teach you to deal with that. But those are the things which can't run away from it. You are being faced with. Now, I came here this morning from a talk specifically about the law, but I just want to share and leave it my experience and where I come from, for making understand that I come from the same circumstance where most of you guys come from. But I credit and I have to give thanks. I think the two things to God, like I said, there is no way I can make it this far if somebody not going to watch over me, and I think that God. And I'm also fortunate to have my mama way just determined to make sure something happened for his son, right? And I show all our had mothers or have mothers like that. And at an early age, what I say, you know what? Whatever I do in a life, that's so that my mama could be proud of me, right? Some of you, I think, or most of you may already be adult parents, so you don't have picnic. So now you have to turn at them for make picnic, feel proud of them. Now, the issue where all of us face, I face it myself, that like how we deal with the police. The police, unfortunately, and now a sad reality, because a lot of time the man knew the police, the man where you probably knew before. You may go to school in there, or then for your neighborhood or whatever. But you find that when they are in their police uniform, when they have on their police gear, you find that they can approach differently. And of course, with a human, when a man want to talk to big man like picnic, come out of the vehicle or come out for a bike, get on a wall. As one man, nobody not like to be spoken that way too. So immediately you will have a reaction. Most time you would react and you would tell the police then, and you would respond to the police then They take it as though you're being disrespectful, but it's not that you're being disrespectful. As a human being, you are safeguarding the guard. Everybody have the right to protect. Everybody have rights, right? And all you do in responding that way there is that you are ensuring that your rights aren't being violated. But at the same time too, what I find is that, because I've experienced it too. I remember last year I had to drive for Kyle. So they had a checkpoint by Coastal Road. Everybody know that checkpoint there, right? So they're like must go 7:30 at night. So I have my daughter like was 16 at the back of the vehicle. So I pull up at the checkpoint, so the police, you know, and I didn't wait. I just hand him my driver's license. I do that for making even got no kind of talk with me, and so that I could just proceed. So he looked at my stickers, he took my driver's license, he asked me, where did they come from? So I said, what do you mean where they come from? He asked me, a big man, where they come from. So what the man do? The man said, pull up on the side. So he pulled me over on the side of the road, and he had other officers there. They begin to just conduct a search. Never ridiculous. Obviously, while they do that, all the other vehicles there, they pass. So like you have like possible half an hour. You have so much vehicles, they pass. So any vehicle when they transport anything or more pass, that I'm the perfect time for them pass. So I say that to say that all the way, just because of the color of our skin and how we look, we experience some negative effects of law and law enforcement personnel. Now I had to retain my cool, right? But of course, for several reasons, when I had my young daughter out there at night, everybody know that here was the dark at night. So that was me and the police there and my daughter. So although I'm a liar, I couldn't even play liar. I couldn't even tell them what you can't do this, that, the right, or something. Back off, calm myself. I took one note of who the police officers there, and then what I decided to do after that is that I was sue the police and sue the government, because the police cannot just stop people because of how you look, you're having dreads and you're black. They assume that you are a criminal. Because I don't know but when time the police stop on. For me, it took me like almost a week before I could get over that in my head. I tripped for about a week. I don't know how long when guys trip when time police stop on like that. Maybe most of us, I don't know, just move on, right? But for me, I tripped for like about a week. I like, but anybody are there serious, man, over there, you know? So I use that experience and I use that to highlight that whenever you have these experiences, it makes sense that you try to fight it the man head on, but there is an avenue for still deal with them, to take them to court. Because routinely, that is what happened to a lot of way. They stop and they harass way for no reason. But the only way that can be stopped, and the only way you can address that, they could take them to court. In my line, I've taken the government to court because of police harassment or police overzealousness, as they want to call it. And in most cases, you're successful. You're successful because they do a thing with the Americans called profiling. You see? And stop. Like the other day, I was coming and I passed through a checkpoint and police wanted to stop me and ask me. So I said, brother, I said like about 3 people pass, right? And stop there. So now stopped me and asked me for my license. One of the police them recognized me, so they said, oh, that's the liar, I could go through. But then I think it happened on a daily basis, and I stop happening. But the only way you could check and you could buck that, like I said, to deal with the situation that way there, because the reality is that the state, the police, they have the wherewithal, they have the might. You can't fight them. You understand me? And you have to use that also. That's the insight, the analogy on the workforce. That there are some things that will come your way, but you can't fight everything with brute force. You have to be able to use your insight and use your smarts. the point is that when every time the police stop her, right, they have to have some reason. The reason can't be, oh, we know you used to ride with this gang, or used to do this kind of crime. That's not a reason for always to stop our man. Especially like if there has been like 1, 2, 3, 4 years since that period of your life has concluded and you move on to another stage of your life where you try to be productive. You know, because I know from my experience, I know that could be one damper on your spirit, right? And you may feel that why this don't make no sense. Why to try for change and the man still they target me and the focus on me. That's why I have to use the courts, and the courts recognize that listen, if we ask a man for change the way and change the life, but the law enforcement, the police, they still the pressure on that man. That man would have never changed. That man will figure, well, might as well I go back to the way in which I used to do things. Unfortunately, you will need one lawyer, right? There is one office in legal aid, right? Legal aid is supposed to be a place where they, right up the street, where persons who may not have all the money, because you still have to pay something, but you might have all the money, you could get the service. But they have a trick to that. Government pay the legal aid, or they so whenever you go there, you want to sue it, they tell you they can't sue government. So that's one thing. And I'm sure you probably heard about that, you probably experienced that, you know. So what you have to do is that you have to shop around for a lawyer who willing to do the work, and who might not charge as much, and who may, for instance, willing to accept and say, okay then, I know I charge of the whole amount of money, I don't charge of half, and when I win the case, I will collect, then I collect the rest of the money. So, why don't have a lot of that? A lot depends on when move and motivate the lawyer, right? Like for me, I never important for me, my reason for becoming a lawyer, never for get rich, right? When I first come back on, so they had the opportunity for me, as Brother Nui explained, for go in a different law, the law where they call commercial law, where you can make a lot of money. I have some well, I call it friends, some man I gone to school with the law school. They want big building, they want all kind of thing. That don't move me. That don't move me, because that motivate me, right? To answer your question, you do have, however, lawyers who are willing to do that. They may not be much, but I know of at least 10 to 15 lawyers who you could access and who would be able to do that. Unfortunately, and this is our problem, where the whole of Belize right now, we motivate a lot of people that greed, right? That are like one cancer, you know, everybody know one cancer eventually. That could cause a destruction and cause a death. Our persons, so similarly, if we don't really deal with that could cause further destruction to the country. Maybe when they drive the politicians, or when they drive people in a position, a different thing about making money. And then I really understand that at the end of the day, right, what happens is that you have 1,500 men at jail, right? That are 1,500 families, probably even more, because some man might be connected to more than one family. Well, in most cases they would, because they have their immediate family, then they would have their girl or their wife family. And so, if you look back, there are a lot of people who get affected when a man got to jail. But like I said, perhaps maybe the politicians there, not really, and the people in a decision, not really, they focus and understand that. Right? Because that ever think about that our serious number of people who are impacted. And so if they understand that, then they would have probably set up a system like that. Unfortunately, that outside of my ability, but that really that's something where I guess could impress by the politicians. Elections will come up early, but like people could, when they get elections come around, at that time they could demand politicians for do certain things. Everybody within a prison have people who love them, right? And it pain them, like when they love one in a prison for whatever reason. So That the only way I can say is that like the politicians they will have to deal with that for try to make sure we got a system where allow people, ordinary people who don't got money or don't have it like that to be able to get one lawyer. And I suppose, but I don't probably say we don't get any lawyer, we get a lawyer, we got any experience or knowledge to be able to help them. They're not only like issues with the police, like I know people may have, like landlord tenant issue. Like for instance, somebody asked me the other day, the landlord didn't rent the house like must go 6 years. So you know we have COVID, right? And no money not about like that. But the landlord need the money too. So the landlord said, "Yeah, we're going to go by August to get out of this house because." Yeah, we understand COVID and all of that, but I need my money too. So the person asked me like, if he could do that. Well, how the law set up right is that if you rent one house and the landlord want to get you out of the house, the landlord can't just bring one police and tell you get out of the house. There's a process where the landlord would have to go to court and get what they call one eviction order, right? But what happened a lot, I believe, is that I've seen it, people complain that they have the landlord just get some police and the police just go and say, watch out, guess, you don't get to the notice already, come out of this house. And as it most thing, people are just come out of the house, but that's really not the correct process. In fact, actually, like we're telling right now, they have a young lady where they do a case for, where the landlord will do on that. What they do is that they might come out of the house, but nobody wants to stay in a house because they want to stay in the house because they don't have no next choice. You know, got nowhere else to go. So what the landlord will do, what the lady had to do then is that the police didn't come, but she tell her like, what you do? So she come out of the house and she can stay to data, and then the landlord, but she never got no money for pay for no truck or anything like that for move the stuff. They take out the stuff, put it in the yard, stuff and get destroyed like that. So what we do now is that we sue the government, right, and the police, because that's not the correct procedure that they should have used. What they should have do, the landlord, they need to go to court and then get a court order. The court order says if we get out of the house, then the police could then go with the landlord, and then the tenant may have to come out then. But what they do is that they just avoid all of that and say like, well, we never want to go through all of that. We just want to get out of the house. But you have a lot of situations like this where happen, right? And at the end of the day, people don't have money or don't have access to a lawyer. But you might know that, well, we can put it another way. We can take that back. You figure, this car right means something wrong because where how the law based span, right? Or how the law is the law as when the law teacher me tell you over 20 years ago, the law based on common sense. So you, as somebody in the house, you figure, man, this not seem right. This just not seem right. And usually when you get a gut feeling there, because that's true. They don't really follow the law, right? Because the law is based on common sense and based on justice. It allows everybody to be able to get an opportunity for be able to, and based on fairness. But what happens more time is that the people where they're in a position where carry out the law, they abuse the law.
Some people say that in Belize and in a lot of different countries, there's two laws. There's a law for the rich and there's a law for the poor. In your experience as an attorney, is there any truth to that in Belize?
Well, in my experience, there is much truth to the fact that once you're poor and you don't have resources that you're taking advantage of, and go back to what I mentioned just now, that so the people may carry out the law. So the law, for instance, get carried out by police, by customs officer, immigration officer, just as well could be carried out by fisheries officer. So in the case I say maybe customs, and for this quite often, people might say when the borders and when things were before COVID, you know, they go to Chetumal and go to Melchor, and they also bring one thing, especially like around that time, yeah, like get ready for school, right? You might go buy a school thing, but then also because most of us, we hustle. So you buy a school thing, but you also bring over contraband. That is illegal, yes. So in the man that stop you, he may say, but you're not supposed to bring this over. And in truth, you know, well, I'm not supposed to bring it over, but in your mind, you say, but I know they have big man, but they bring over more crazy thing than this, bigger thing, and nobody stop them. And so that got to your question about the result. So what happened then at the end of the day, it comes out to what you know, alluded to, that it would seem that though you have the law for the big and powerful and the law for the poor. And in most cases, yes, the poor and those who don't have resources, they, at the end of the day, not get the same break and get the same opportunity.
During this time of the state of emergency, when a lot of men were innocent, they haul up in the dragnet. If you realize that you know they do not, but you live in the yard and GSU come in the yard and pull up everybody in the yard, even though you know you don't got nothing to do with nothing, what rights do you have?
As humans, as individuals, we live which part we live because that's the way we could deal with. So if I live Jane Sure, if I live at George, if I live at Ghost Town or wherever, I live there because that's the way I could live. You know, that's the way I probably born and go, or that's the way I could afford or whatever. So but and the law, or the people when they carry out the law, the police, they seem to forget that point there. That yes, I may live at Ghost Town, but I don't necessarily, or I may live at George Street or Jane Osha Boulevard, or I may live at Majestic Alley, but that don't means that everybody will live in that era there, that criminal or being a gang or whatever. But unfortunately, that the approach we can take, right? And well, two things, right? Because when you, like the young man, for instance, who may innocently, they haven't been involved in any kind of crime, any at all, or they have not been involved in any crime for years. Because that law where they pick up people, again, that law there, you have to show that there's some reason. There's some reason why you have to pick up this man and send this man that had the bill. That this man that may, for instance, we have people who say he involved in a shooting, or we know people where they say he plot X, Y, and Z. Then there are reasons, but again, there has to be evidence, you know, for the police to be able to in any event, pick up individuals and just cart them off to prison. The point I'm trying to make is this: is that people will get pick up and get sent to prison, and there was no reason in it at all, they could sue. And that in a human experience, it show that when you sue the government, that's the only way you could get the government ultimately to be able to check the police and the law enforcement. Why? Because whenever you go to court and you win a lawsuit, the government have to pay more money. And when they have to pay money, that hurt their pocket. So then that is the only way you'll be able to get to their attention. Right? Simply as probably just go up on the TV and the complaint, that by itself not do anything, because as you know, they have a saying that believes, you know, like after 7 days people forget, right? And so the only way you could ensure that your abuse, the chance you'll get not get forgotten, is that if you carry it to court and win a lawsuit, and the government have to pay more money, whether it be $25,000 or $15,000 or whatever the case may be.
Have there been a lot of cases of people suing the police because of wrongful arrest?
In my experience, like, yeah, I've done a couple, like a few. I remember some years back, they had this gun law. It's still in effect, but it was even worse than where it is right now, where like once the police then go on our property and ma, picnic, granny, uncle, grandpa, everybody then care, right? So you had this family that may challenge the law and challenge the arrest. And what that may do, that may eventually get, this time like around 2014, 2015. Eventually, the court may rule in our favor, and the government what they did is that they make some changes to the law. And the changes to the law is that not everybody who they find, again, they have to be able to prove some connection, you see. But I have to admit, though, that the police they still carry out the law as though that is the law. So they still just to carry everybody, or as we know, they would pull up, they would find a bullet or a gun or whatever, and they may again threaten the ma, the wife, the girlfriend. Listen, we are carry off, you know. And so what happened is that routinely a man who plead guilty, although he might never made the home. You know, like the other day I had a young man, he never made the home. But he may want to plead guilty, so I had to tell him, listen, that don't make any sense, because even if you plead guilty, right, that no means that they will withdraw the charge against your ma and your sister. They could still say, you know what, you plead guilty so that one down. Then the next two still have to go through on trial. You see? So, but what happened is that invariably, like, when then nothing happened, you have to make decision quick, right? And so man, like, well, in his case, he was lucky because I'm a weekend. But let's go say if I'm during the week. You know, whole last night, then you carry the court tomorrow. So you have a short period of time and you can't get access to a lawyer. So you might go to court and you might plead guilty, and once you plead guilty, that's it. You can't appeal or challenge that. You get 2 years or 3 years or 4 years or 5 years. And that's it.
Yeah. One of the problems where a lot of them brothers have faced is when they get arrested, go through the preliminary and end up being remanded, waiting for trial. Sometimes the adjournment is their fault. Sometimes the fault of the attorney. But a lot of times it's the fault of the system. And they end up being there more than 2 years in a remand.
You're talking about like person charged with what?
Well, it could be a variety of cases. I've run into minor cases. We charge as well as I'd run into attempted murder, etc.
And the person there back at jail for 2 years. Alright, what happened is that the system supposed to get one mechanism where after every court session, like the Supreme Court, they have what they call a January session, or April session, and then one October session. So after every session, they're supposed to go in and call jail delivery. So where the judge would inform the prison, listen, I want you to bring down everybody who was on remand. And then when they bring them down, the person from prison need to explain, okay, Jim Jones.
But that's not the go on, Mr. Sylvester. Because you got man up there where they're there as much as 4 or 5 years now. And if in fact a judge is looking at that every year to say, well, why is this man in here so long? I've seen what Benjamin had said, in fact, going way back to Conte, yes, that something is wrong with them and they're in a remand for that length of time.
No,
really, the question where I really they ask you as one legal mind is that seemed to me, it has been criticized right, left and center that it's wrong to keep people in and then remand so long. But they ask you as one legal mind, can a person sue the government for having him locked down for 4 or 5 years? He then goes to trial, his case is dismissed, or he's found not guilty, and he's basically done 3 years in prison.
Yeah.
And he didn't get out, he found no guilty, but he's still guilty because he don't spend the time.
Yeah, you can't find a job, you got left your picnic, you knocked out, you know, okay, get too discouraged.